Alright, YouTube, so we have some shots fired from Donald Trump here regarding Elizabeth Warren. This is from the Washington Examiner. Trump campaign blasts Elizabeth Warren ahead of 2020 announcement. A fraud. Reading, the president's re-election campaign issued a statement Saturday morning blasting Senator Elizabeth Warren, calling her a fraud for past claims of Native American heritage. The statement was released shortly before the Massachusetts Democrat made her formal announcement about a 2020 bid for the White House. President Donald Trump's 2020 campaign manager, Brad Parscale, issued a statement Saturday about Warren's campaign saying, quote, the American people will reject her dishonest campaign and socialist ideas like the Green New Deal that will raise taxes, kill jobs, and crush America's middle class, end quote. The Green New Deal, a set of progressive priorities regarding climate change championed by Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the Democrat from New York, and Senator Ed Markey, Democrat of Massachusetts, calls for net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2030, and for those who want a job to be given one among other policy positions. And it says here, it has been widely panned by conservatives as unfeasible and expensive, obviously. And just a little thing here, so I highly recommend you check, actually I'll put it in the description down below, but Vincent James of the Red Elephants brilliantly breaks down Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's new Green Deal. He's a really good YouTuber, by the way, a good content creator. I recommend you check him out. Long format, I like that about him, like Sticks, X, and Hammer, Martin Burdell, sorry, Red Elephants, I was skipping on his name. These are all guys that do long format. Let's see. Parscale pointed to Warren's statements about having Native American heritage. Quote, Elizabeth Warren has been exposed as a fraud by the Native Americans she impersonated and disrespected to advance her professional career, and the people of Massachusetts she deceived to get elected, end quote. Warren has claimed for years that she has Native American ancestry, going so far as to take a DNA test that estimated she has at most I suck with these things, 1 of 1,024th American Indian heritage. She apologized earlier this month to the Cherokee Nation for the test, but a 1986 Texas bar registration card that surfaced this week revealed that she claimed American Indian as her race. Oh man, she is such a joke. She is such a joke, and like I said, I mean, it's really, these people are making it easier for Trump. The more they talk, the easier they make it for him, the better they make him look. And like I said, Trump has his flaws, but in comparison to the rest of the field, it's like, well, Jesus, dude, guy's going to get reelected. There's not really anything you can do about it unless Tulsi Gabbard pulls a complete 180. And this is an interesting. In closing, I'll just throw out a scenario here. What if Tulsi Gabbard were to run either as a Republican or an independent and rehash some of her old social positions, how she believes in traditional marriage, how she believes we shouldn't be letting Muslims into the country for, obvious reasons. If she were to do that and maintain her foreign policy as well as, some of, she's got to dump all that socialist domestic policy, but if she were to pretty much be everything that the people on the right really want Trump to be, minus all the Zionist neocon tendencies, she'd have a real good shot at beating Trump. And it would even make things even more interesting if she ran as a Democrat. But we all know that if she were to do that, she would get the Bernie Sanders treatment. And I talked to so many people here in Santa Cruz that are just like, they like Tulsi Gabbard, but they see her getting the same Bernie Sanders treatment. And people here, the progressives, they're pissed off at the Democrats. They're basically saying that we're completely being ignored. And to be honest, I feel the same way in a lot of ways with President Trump. With his foreign policy. Sticks, X, and Hammer. I mean, he's actually a big fan of. He said the complete opposite of me. He said like, oh, I'm a big fan of his foreign policy. I'm not so much a big fan of his domestic policy. I don't really see anything positive about the foreign policy other than changing diplomacy in East Asia. I mean, that's significant, but you do worry about Venezuela. You worry about Mike Pompeo undermining Trump at every single turn. John Bolton as well. These two neocon assholes, to put it lightly, but that's what they are. They're neocon assholes, and they're clearly influencing Trump. Anyways, if Tulsi Gabbard were to pull a complete 180, I think that she would have a shot at beating Trump, and I would consider voting for her absolutely. But we'll see what happens, and to be honest, that's probably not going to happen. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless, and just a little reminder, check out the video down below from Red Elephant's Vincent James, a really good YouTuber, breaking down Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's New Deal. Thank you, and good night. Not quite yet. I got a couple more videos, but anyways, you know what I mean.